Whew. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. Match reaction time. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. We'll go through it, but wow. When Leeds United capitulate, we do it in style, don't we, man? It's just, yeah, I didn't have a good feeling about this game today. I thought a draw might probably be the best outcome, but I did see a loss coming. But listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, oh dear, oh dear. Hello, Amelia. Wow, yeah, it's mad today, mad today. Ray saying if I can make sense of such a poor week performance, then he's a better man than me. Um, not today, Ray, not today. But the only thing I'll say is that um, changes that need to be made can't be made because of the personnel that we've got. That's a big reason why. I mean, Bamford came on today. I mean, Lord have mercy. Shane says it here. Bamford also missed two sitters. He's totally off it. Yeah. Lee Golder, 1 point from nine. Good start. What good start. Yeah, that's it. That's how quickly football can change people. We start with a real good start in the league, but the last three games have shown exactly why the predictions I've got for us are around our 16th because we are going to lose games like this. And when we do, it's like when we go behind, it would just make everything just so difficult for ourselves. As Aaron says here, we're so easy to play against on the counter. The way that teams go through us when they're on the counter is still embarrassing for me. Still embarrassing for me the way that it's just so easy. I mean, Melier, anybody else, Melier when he cleared that out, it usually goes out of play. But now for us against us, it goes straight to Ivan Toney, who Ivan Toney was magnificent today, by the way, just absolute class. The worst thing about that as well for the FPL players, I put him on my bench as first sub. He's not getting on. I've missed all those Tony points, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Rebecca saying, Cage, that was embarrassing. Tony is everything we don't have. Absolutely. Marsh doesn't know how to keep his head, neither do the players. What members of our squad would be starting for any other Prem team? No, I do think that we've got some players that would start in other Prem teams. It's just that we've still got a lot of rubbish. We've still got a lot of rubbish in the team, and that's always going to cap us. That's what I talk about when I say it caps us in terms of predicting for games. It caps us in terms of where we're going to finish in the league. It's always going to hamstring us with the lack of quality throughout the squad. Immortal RA, thank you for the super chat. We've had three or four transfer windows, and we've still got no back four, and we've only got one left back. Well, this is it. You know, there's a lot of Llorente chat here. And that's fair enough. But I see Phil Hay already on the prop machine for Liam Cooper to come back in. You're gonna get the exact same result, but with just less ability to play on the ball. Because if we play this high line as we always do, you think Liam Cooper's going to be sprinting back for someone like Tony, for someone like Lewis Potter? It's not going to happen. The next best bet is probably to put in Yelder next to Robin Koch and leave Pascal Strauch out on the left. Once again, Strauch was brilliant on the left, but he's not a natural left back. And the moves that we had down the left when Harrison was getting the ball all the time in the first half, Strauch can't just hit that in one time. He can't just hit it in first time cross because he hasn't got that ability. It's not his fault. He'll always get the ball and then play it back inside. These are problems that I've been talking about for the last three games. I even said it in some of the wins that we had. It's just not natural. Um, Arca saying Drama was half decent, but he makes Luke Ayling great. I don't think so. Drama in the first half put in one hell of a ball, and it was just begging for someone to meet it. He put it in the outside of his boot, and if someone's running in on that, it's a goal. But alas, no one did. Yeah, I mean the last goal was Llorente's fault. Yeah, of course it was. I'm not denying that it was his fault. But what I'm saying is, all this talk again. Listen, it's happening again. When Liam Cooper was out all those months, along with Calvin Phillips, he got all these attributes that he was a good leader. He's this and that on the ball. He come back in and he was just as bad as he was before. I don't know what people want from calling for Liam Cooper in 2022. That's not what I'm gonna do. It's just not what I'm gonna do. Jamie saying defensively still shaky as hell. Yeah, iPad play better with Tommy Cooper. No, and this is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to dig him out. I'm really not. But what I'm saying is, the question was asked earlier: who else gets into any other Prem team? Liam Cooper doesn't get into any other Premier League team. Not one. Not even Bournemouth. So why are we as Leeds United begging for Liam Cooper to come back in? Let's go with let's go with Yelder and see what he can do. It can't be any worse. It can't be any worse. Lee Waters, thanks for the super chat. Defense at fault all game, shocking. I never say bad things about players, but Llorente, did you not get enough sleep last night? Never rated him. Well, this is it with Llorente. It just seems when he starts off bad, it gets worse through the game. It's just the way he is. Just the way he is. And then you got Jesse Marsh getting sent off as well today. Yeah, it's a bad day today. But the thing is, let's go through it. I mean, the first half today, I don't think was too bad. I think it was just that we made a couple of errors and let Brentford through. Obviously, the penalty, which took about 3 minutes to get verified, was a penalty. It was, and then the free kick. I mean, the free kick was outstanding. By the way, listen, when that went in, I went, "Ooh, top corner! You're not stopping that." I think there was about 20 people in the wall as well. It was all mad. It was all mad. Um, but yeah, I mean, listen, we got undone by two set pieces in the first half. That's what happened in that instance. Um, so it wasn't like we played terribly in the first half. I thought we showed a lot of bite and endeavor in the first half, especially Adams. I thought he was really good. Um, but we again going forward, Gelhart up front by himself isn't the way forward. Gelhart needs a partner, and it's funny. I mentioned that as well in the second half notes. I said that Gelhart, when Bamford came on, he's much better in a two, and then he got subbed off. Like this is what I mean. I just don't get some of the things that are going on at the moment. But yeah, Mm. Yeah, Jay saying you lot don't like Jesse's antics until they work how fickle. No, I like it. I like it. He strongly believed that we should have had a penalty, and with the way that the game was going, and that's fair enough. He stuck to his guns. He's just got to hold that now. He's got to hold whatever punishment's coming. I doubt he's going to get a suspended sentence like Tuchel did. He's going to probably have to sit out the next game. So Chris is saying, and what was that decision to take out Harrison and Sydney? I don't know. I don't know. The Harrison thing, I thought, okay, right, he's coming off for whatever reason, but we're going with two up front. But then we didn't. We didn't stay with two up front because then Gilhart comes off before 60 minutes too. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just very weird. And yeah, listen, Llorente's got a lot to blame today. Of course he does. But Bamford today, I mean, listen, he's rusty as hell. I get it. But come on, man. He basically did a goal line clearance. Like, what are we supposed to do with that? You're looking at Ivan Toney, a supreme goal scoring Premier League machine. He's got all the tools. Listen, Ivan Toney, when you measure up him against Bamford, it's not even a contest. Like, it's not even fair. And Bamford keeps talking about this World Cup dream. Tony's ahead of him if Tony, wants to play for England. It's just two. It's just night and day in terms of class. Tony is on the next level compared to Bamford. Oh Lord, yeah, yeah, exactly. Joel Bamford was defending his own shot. It was crazy. Carlos with a super chat. Thank you for the super chat, man. I didn't jump on the bandwagon against Chelsea because it's so obvious where our problems lie. Left back and striker, proper box to box midfielder. What is more frustrating is our lack of quality with the ball. Head up, KG. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And that's why I said you had to enjoy. You had to enjoy that Chelsea result. It was a fantastic. It was the best, one of the best performances we've had in recent times. Probably the best overall, considering the opposition. But you could see there was frailties there. And listen, Christensen was out today. Um, I mean, they're saying there was a knock and he'll be back for the next game. I mean, read into that what you want. I just get the feeling he wanted to see what Drame could do today. That's my feeling. He might be injured. I'm not saying they're lying, but I just think it's very coincidental that he's had a tough time so far. Maybe they wanted to get him out for a game, but listen, we'll see. What's everyone saying, people? What a bad day at the office, man. What a bad day. Karen saying that miss from Bamford was a shocker. He should have scored, no excuses. Yep, he should. He should have. Yeah, Louis saying Rasmus would have gotten cooked out there. Yeah, I think so as well. And I think that's part of the reason why he didn't play today. Uh, Ishtar saying that was an embarrassing result. It wasn't. It's because whenever like somebody said earlier, it's just so easy to get through us. And then Llorente at the end just doesn't help anybody. You get dispossessed and they score. I mean, when do you ever see that, people, in the Prem? It sucks. It sucks, man. It sucks. Uh, Yeah, missed open goals before he had. Yeah, Jason Peters Adams had 4 key passes. You know what? He probably did. He was really good for me. Tyler Adams. Yeah, look, if we're gonna go on to some positives for the game, let's dig them out. Tyler Adams for me was real good. He was getting involved in everything. He was back to his normal self, not just passing backwards today. He was driving forward, trying to make things happen. That's what I want to see from Tyler. Thought Mark Rucker was good. He was trying his best to get some shots off from like 30 yards today. Very, very strange from Rucker. But listen, I thought that those two were really good. Thought Aronson and Harrison were both being doubled up on in the first half, and that needed to be addressed. Harrison, I thought, yeah, I mean, he couldn't really do much. He was getting doubled up on, but yeah, I wouldn't have taken him off at halftime unless there is some kind of injury. I don't know at this point in time. Oh, Nabino, we're going down. Made my peace. I don't think we're going down, Nabino. It's just a disappointing day. Um, but if I'm predicting 16th, we're going to have days like this. I think that's what we got to look at it. But when you look at it in totality in the last 3 games, it is a little bit not worrying, but it's a bit concerning in the way that we've been playing overall. You know, Brighton just absolutely knocked off the park by them. Everton at home should have been 3 points, and we just didn't take advantage of that. And then today, 5-2 against Brentford. Yeah, Carlos, here we go. We are going down, crowd. Listen, I mean, listen. Everyone has got the right to an opinion, um, Carlos. But I get people's disappointment today. KLM KG, what do you actually think of Llorente? I think that Llorente is decent on the ball, but we've seen this before from Llorente. Once it goes bad for him, it goes real bad. Like it doesn't even just trickle down; it goes like this, whoosh down, and it's happened again. It's happened again with him. So I would take him out. I never would just do it off the base of one game, but he's had a few shaky games now. So it's time to bring somebody back in. And obviously, I think with seniority and Jesse's comments, it is going to be Cooper to come in. But guys, you're gonna see that it's not gonna be much better. It's not gonna be much better. But listen, this is what we've got. This is what we've got right now. Frank Siegel saying Tony and my FBL were gutted. I'm gutted because I left him on the bench. Can't believe it, man. Can't believe it. Uh, Guido, hey Guido, hey, with the super chat, thank you, man. Their goals were so easy, beat on the counter every time. Yeah, I mean, like I say, for Tony's third goal, as good as finish it was, and it was a class finish. Um, the amount of work that needed to be done. First of all, when Lewis Potter got through, so easy again. And I think it was Llorente on him too. But it was just so easy. Melier comes out and he does his best to try and clear it. But it goes straight to Toney. The amount of times you see goalkeepers do that and it clears into touch. But our one, no, it goes straight to the most dangerous player on the pitch. And he chips 2 defenders and bags his hat trick. Beautiful. All bias aside, that hat trick was absolutely beautiful. From the way he takes penalties, the free kick, and the finish for the chip. Flawless, absolutely flawless, man. So gotta give credit to Ivan for that. Uh, let's have a look. What we doing now? Let's have a look. Let me get through some of your comments, man. I'm a bit deflated by this one. I did think that we might lose today. I did have a feeling. I went for a draw. I did say a draw on my Super Six and everything else, but I just had a feeling we'd lose, but 5-2, man. It just always has to be like an avalanche, doesn't it? Santana saying 2 defeats in 6 games. It's true. Rebecca saying KG Leeds give me depression. Don't let them depress you. I don't know why as fans bother so much when the board patronise us and take us for fools. Eh. Oh man. Yep. GDHM United still a long way to go. Absolutely. Jay. Hope did I click that one? Hold on a minute. Jay saying we dominated in most areas. A lot to take from that, apart from an upsetting defeat. Just have to remember it's Brentford's cup final. Oh lord. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like it was a horrific performance, more so in the first half, but the game just ran away from us, man. The game just ran away from us, and that's what happens sometimes. It just happens like that. Paul said, "I said finish 12th. Eric KG, I'm with you. 16th. Fingers crossed." Listen, it's one game. If we win the next one, you'll probably go back to 12th again, Paul. I just know what I see in this team, and I just see the gaps in quality and the gaps in where we can make substitutions. Like I say, there's depth, but there's not quality in depth, and this is where it's going to hurt us. Let me just give a shout out to Sinistera. Brilliant goal from Cine. Absolutely brilliant. And that's what I mean. Why didn't he see more of the ball? Like Harrison, it seemed like the ball was always going to Harrison to do something. I think we should have seen Sinistera on the ball way more, because at least when he shoots, he's doing something. It was a beautiful goal. Flicks it over the defender's head, knee down, bottom corner strike from long range. Absolutely beautiful from Sinistera. 2 goals in 2 games. But he gets taken off. And whether that's a fitness thing, I don't know. Maybe he's building his fitness up, but we got to keep him on the pitch. Like, he's our most creative goal threat in the team right now. He really is. He's class. You can see what he's going to bring, but he gets subbed off early again, along with Gelhart. It's just weird for me. I don't get it at this point in time. So I've got no answers for that. Yeah, Athena, that's it. City makes things out of nothing, really does. Much like the old as I was always saying, like here on Q, Rafinha, those kind of players where they just have that creative element and can just give you something out of nothing. We need to keep him on the pitch at all costs. Scooby saying City look tired. Rocker don't have energy for me. No, I think Rocker's getting better with his fitness. I do. I think Rucker's getting better with now completing 90 minutes. That's what we need from him. But this is the issue. When Rucker or Adams go out, who's coming in? And this is what caps me at 16th place, this people. 16th place this season. Llorente is getting hammered in this one. Like I say, yeah, hit a like on the video as well, people. I do forget there's over 690 of you in here. Please hit a like on the video. That's the best thing to help the channel. And yeah, I know it's not a great result today, but just like the video for me, please. SJ is saying what's that saying, KG? You're at your most vulnerable when you've scored. Yep, definitely something in that with us. Need to be better. Concentration, basics. Great from Cine and Bill. Yeah, Luke Ayling. Yeah. I mean, again, our second goal. Let's go on to our second goal. It seemed like it was moving in slow motion when Llorente passed it off to Ayling. It seemed like it took forever for that move to even come off, and Raka finally got his reward from a Luke Ayling low ball. Good stuff. But again, we got punished straight away, didn't we? It's Yeah, concentration is massive. SJ said it there. Concentration is huge. Yeah, it's just deflating, people. Just deflating. Let me just see it. Get the super chat before it goes. Thank you, Alex. Llorente, my lord. Adams always running back covering for his arse. It's true, he was. Cock looked shaken due to being worried about Llorente. Drama actually held his own. Set pieces awful on both ends. Just one bad match. Yeah, I mean, well, Alex, I would say that the last three haven't been great. Obviously, Brighton, you can almost understand with Brighton. They are a good side, and we just couldn't lay a glove on them. Everton should have been better, but this one today, yeah, Brentford could have won, as I said earlier. But listen, 5-2, it's a stinker. And like you say there as well, Alex, by the way, can't look shaken due to being worried about your rente. That happens. If you don't trust your partner, if you don't trust your goalkeeper, we've seen it in throughout football history. If you don't trust them, it affects your performance. So I do think that Jesse will be taking Llorente out the next game. I do think we'll see Cooper and Cock in the next one. And I just hope it works. That's all I can say. I just hope it works. What are we saying? Jesse said it's a fitness thing with Sinistera. Okay, cool. Cool. Uh, let's have a look. Let's go through some of your comments, man. Llorente is getting absolutely obliterated in the comments. I can absolutely killed. Lord have mercy. Jay just saying, all in all, I'm not worried it's one result. Yeah, listen, and let me just reiterate, which I think I'm going to have to do because when you say things like this, people just think that you thinking we're going to get relegated. I don't think we're going to get relegated at all this season. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it will be even close. I just think that we're going to get more results like this where you just can't put your finger on why it's happened, but you can with the personnel. But you just like, how did this even happen today? How did we just collapse so easily? It's not going to be the last time this people. What did I say at the start of the season versus Wolves? Remember that one? I said, hang on, because this is going to be a roller coaster. Here we are. Frank saying Cine is the man. These type of players can win games. Hope he stays fit. Yeah, me too. Shane saying we can't even do the basics. It's embarrassing at times. Yep, it is. You just make everything just look so difficult, man. Just the easiest thing looks so difficult. Oh. Paul, so much for two international strikers. Yeah, I didn't see the program notes today, people. So I wonder if he said about Nianto being our third one now because he's an Italian international. I wonder. Uh, CJ lad saying, God bless Pascal Struijk, works hard, but he's not a left back. And yeah, and shout out to Struijk as well. He's been called up to the provisional Dutch squad. Well deserved, by the way. But like you said, he's doing his best out there, and he is really doing all he can. But in an attacking sense, it just breaks down because he's not a natural left back. You know, usually you see there was points in the first half where Harrison was laying it off to him, and usually you just see a first time whipped in ball, but he doesn't have that ability, and that's not his fault. It's not a fault of his. The fault is we didn't buy a left back. It's always going to go back to stuff like this. It just feels like I'm saying stuff from like I did last season. Hopefully, it doesn't go that bad, but it just feels like I'm saying this kind of stuff again, where we've not plugged in the gaps what we should have, and we're paying the price in certain key areas. Aye. But yeah, let's carry on. Let's carry on. Leeds Yank saying, "Good thing we don't need a left back and striker." Yeah, man, good thing. Oh Lord, people. Mark Jones, thank you so much for your super chat, my man. Should have kept Cresswell. Was high in confidence and faster than either centre back. Yeah, I mean, listen, Cresswell is out there getting his experience at Millwall. Can't say that's a bad idea. It's just that somebody said there's been a few saying that we should have brought in another centre back, and I never saw the reason for it. But yeah, maybe we should have. But at the same time, Mark and everyone else, I would say that our first choice centre back pairing should be Strauch and Cock. Pause. They should be our first choice pairing, but we're not seeing them together because we don't have a left back. And when is Junior Firpo coming back? When is he even coming back? Yeah, listen. uh, Ben saying Llorente ruins Cock game as he's always having to bail him out. Yeah, and as somebody said earlier as well, Tyler Adams had to bail him out a few times too. I think was it Adams that made a real good block in the first half? Was it Adams or was it Robert? No, it was Cock. It was Cock. Yeah, Cock had to bail him out as well. Yeah. I think he will be benched in the next game. He's had a couple of horror shows, absolute gong shows. In fact, all today, when you put it in totality, all of it was a gong show today. Mark Dooley saying Cooper and his Cooperisms isn't the answer either. Our defense has not improved. Brentford have exposed that bigger teams will fill their boots. Yeah. Allison Adams. Allison, you take a Marty out. Is this the same Allison Adams? It's got to be, right? Why didn't Drama foul Toney for their third goal, take a yellow for their team? Well, listen, he's learning, isn't he? You know, a wiser man you take those tactical yellows. You absolutely do, Allison. There was a couple times actually today where I thought we could have made some tactical fouls and we didn't do it. So yeah, I hear what you're saying though. Absolutely hear you. Just going through some more of your comments. I haven't really got much else to say about the game today. Just very, very disappointed today. Leeds Yankees saying need to adjust our formation to get our best players on the pitch. Yeah, I mean, listen, Gerhardt for me is a good player, but he needs a partner with him. And you saw in that brief, like what, 10 minutes when Bamford was on the pitch, just how better Gerhardt looks with a strike partner. He's not a one up top by himself. He's not that kind of player. He needs somebody to play off. And he was getting better. And as he was getting better, he got subbed off. It's just, yeah, kind of killing his confidence a bit as well. David Bellamy saying, "Evening KG World, the roller coaster of Leeds United season is now on its journey." Yep, bit of a mauling, unfortunately. Let's get back to the high rides, please. Yeah, please. Let's do. Yeah, Paul. I said that last season, and listen, it's worrying, isn't it, when you're saying stuff from last season when we almost got relegated this year. Don't want to be saying this kind of stuff. Dean saying, "Are you guys joking? Big man, we are going down with this board running things." Wow. Dean, I hope you're wrong. I just don't think that. I think in more games than not, unlike last season, I think we will have more than enough for some teams, especially more so at home. I think our home record will be much better and will keep us out of trouble. But I know I can't argue with people saying that we might be in trouble. I just can't argue against it. Um, and the thing is as well. Listen, you've got people in here saying Llorente no, Cooper no, Cooper yes, and everything else like that. But again, that shows you the options that we've currently got right now. Oh man, let's go for a few more before we end this today. Oh man, yeah. Please smash a like on the video, people. Jarvis saying, "I'm sorry, but for me, Bamford can't shoot. It's awful." And even before that one where he cleared it himself, he had one where he opened up his body and tried to side foot it, and it went closer to the corner flag than the goal. I mean, I just don't know what we're supposed to be doing with this, man. I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys tell me. Kieran saying Strike will be wanting out of the club if he keeps on making him play left back than centre back. Yeah, I don't think so, Kieran. But you can definitely tell he'd prefer to be centre back. He shouldn't be left back. But I think with Pascal, he's probably looking at it. If he doesn't play left back at this moment in time, he's not getting in the team, so he's happy to play there. But he should absolutely be one of our centre backs next to Robin Koch with what we've got right now. He absolutely should. But yeah. Yeo saying Bamford is not rusty. He just isn't good enough. Yep, I would agree. Another case of an injured player being seen as some kind of savior. He has had one decent year. He has had one decent season in the last 4 years. Yeo, I can't disagree. I do think he is kind of rusty though, just due to lack of match fitness. But we've seen these finishes before when he was fully fit. It's nothing new, which is why I said we should never be getting in a new striker to compete with Bamford. It should be one to take the shirt. But yeah, some people think he's Harry Kane. I don't know. Some people think he's Harry Kane. Johnny J, thank you for the super chat. The consequences of our rancid ownership cost us the game. Buy a left back, Strout plays, and Llorente is dropped. Buy a striker, and we score 6 or 7. Well, I don't know about 6 or 7, but we were making some real good opportunities today, more so in the first half. And that's the thing. When you've got finishers, you don't need to talk about chances wasted or the drama cross that should have been met by somebody. But this is what we've got right now. This is what we've got. Steve, if Cooper comes in followed by Firpo, does Strout go to the bench? Absolutely not. This is going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see when Firpo does come back, if he slots in at left back, and then who comes out of the central defence. You do not. I was saying this 2 years ago. Never mind in 2022. You don't drop Stroud for Cooper. You just don't. But we'll see. We'll see. Seniority and everything in this club seems to run riot. So we'll see what happens. Uh, Jay Smith, hi KG. Every side has one embarrassing result. Not looked the same since our defeat at Brighton. Forest is now a must win if it wasn't before. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, Forest at home. Yeah, of course we've got to win that one. They lost today as well against Bournemouth at home, um, and they were 2-0 up. That's another FPL blunder, by the way. I put Nico Williams in for Ivan Toney, thinking that thinking that he'd get a clean sheet and maybe an attack in return. Yeah, write it off. Write it all off. Mr. P with a super chat. Thank you so much, Mr. P. We have dropped points to four teams that have set up to spoil and catch us on the break. We continue to play the same, but with very little effect. Can't we adapt too? Need players who can make a change. Good points, Mr. P. Very good points. Everyone, Llorente is going to get hammered. Listen, in the comments after, put your thoughts in. I know it's going to be a Rente Bassin session. But listen, also as well, I noticed in the last video, there was a few people trying to get away with a couple of swear words. Listen, people, you can't swear on YouTube comments because they will go to held for review or they'll just get removed. This isn't Twitter. This isn't like a free-for-all cesspool like Twitter. So I know people get frustrated, but please try and keep your comments even though you're angry, try and keep the swear words out because they won't get seen. They'll get held in review or they'll just get removed. So I've just got to let people know that because there was a few trying to get off a few C words and F words in the last one. Yeah, we don't have that here. Cade Bell, thanks for the therapy. Yeah, listen, it's therapy for everybody, man. It's therapy for everyone. Shelley saying Cock made the tactical foul and they score from the free kick. Yeah, but listen, Shelley, from that range, do you see the quality of the free kick that Tony hit? That was beautiful. You're not to know that somebody is going to do that with about, what was it, like 10 people in the wall? You take that risk. You do take that risk from there. It was just an outstanding free kick. I'm not going to lie. Can't lie. Like I say, Tony's hat trick today for me was just perfect. Perfect. Nothing but props. Nothing but props. Uh, Let's have a look. I think I need to scroll down. I think I'm about 6 minutes behind. Chat's moving real quick today. Real quick. Um, Ben saying, no disrespect, but we should be picking up points against Brentford and teams like them. Otherwise, where we're picking them up. In all fairness, Ben, Brentford are probably thinking the exact same thing about us too. They're probably thinking the exact same thing about us because we are one of those teams too, Ben. We are not, like I say. I know some people have really got at me in the last comments as well about not predicting a top 10 finish. But for me, I don't see us as a top 10 team. So we are in that mix with Brentford and everyone else where we'll be looking at each other thinking we should beat you. We should take points off you. We are that team as well, Ben. Ray said, you did predict this, KG. You said at the start of the season we will win one, draw one, and lose a couple. Yeah, it is. That's mid-table mediocrity, Ray. That's why I said that. We're going to go on a couple runs where we win probably two games, but then we'll have some bumps in the road, and this is what we're currently experiencing now in the last three games. So, yeah, it's nothing that I didn't predict. You can just tell with the makeup of the team. Just tell with them. Yeah, it's just obvious. Some things are just obvious to the eye. I'm scrolling down to the bottom now so I can go to the very latest, man, because yeah, it's a madness in here. But thank you all for joining me. And like I said the other day, um, just thanks for coming in on the transfer deadline one because I wasn't really feeling up to doing it, but the chat and everyone just made it so easy to get through. So thank you so much for helping me out. Julio saying, and I thought it was rough being a New York Jets fan. Julio, I'm not an NFL guy. I follow certain players, but I'm not an NFL guy. NHL and NBA, I'm all over that. But yes, I heard that the Jets are very bad. Yeah. Uh, Paul saying, I can't see us catching Man City now, KG. Yeah, I think I think that dream's over, man. I thought the challenge might be on, but nah. I think we're out of the European places and everything. We're gonna have to let that dream go for another year, Paul. Liam saying just simply, we are not good, man. I hear you. Oh, Mr. Super Chat. Let me just scroll back up. And if I've missed any super chats, please forgive me. It's just that the chat is moving absolutely crazy today. Big Brother saying, hi KG, is Forest a must win now? Absolutely he is. At home against Forest, we have to look at that 3 points for that. Because if we now go into another game, a fourth game in a row where we don't get a win, people are going to start panicking even more. It's going to look even worse than it should be looking right now. And that's the most disappointing thing as well, because I go back to the fixtures that we've had at the start of the season. These have been very, very good fixtures to have, and we haven't taken full advantage of them. We just haven't. But yes, Big Brother, Forest is a must win. And likewise for Forest, they're probably looking at us thinking it's a must win too in our current form. SJ saying, with our defence and system, clean sheets will be at a premium. Yep, they absolutely will. Absolutely will. Uh, Sam S, when will we realise that we need a squad full of proper Premier League players? Sam, I realise that I do get stick for it though, because I'm not respecting the promoted guys. But listen, we need a squad full of Premier League players, and we just currently don't have that right now, people. So things like today are going to happen. I try and make myself feel better with that, but it doesn't hurt any less. Trust me, it doesn't hurt any less. It's just the reality of the situation. Scott Lightning, should we play like Everton and bore our fans to death? No, no. But we just need to be more efficient when we get into the box. Martin R is saying, don't mind losing against a better side if we've tried, but performances like today are just so bad. Yeah. Like I say, I didn't think the first half was too bad, but the second half, yeah, write it off. Absolutely write it off. Kieran saying, I would rather give Neonto, I think it is. I think that's how you say it. That's how I heard it anyway in the UEFA Nations League games. A chance over Bamford, because what's the worst that can happen at this point? Yeah. Yeah, what is the worst that can happen? Phil, I've gone into a darkened room. Yeah, it just sucks, doesn't it, man? Absolutely sucks. Oh, you know. Steely Man is saying, I agree with you, enough quality up front, but we disgrace at the back, including Melier. Llorente is truly under par. Ailing is a better as a defender, plus he's useful up front. Yeah, I mean, listen, Melier, more times than not, Melier will save us this year. And that's just the way it is. But yes, sometimes just goals that, I mean, look, you take Embuemo's goal near post, he got his leg out, but yeah, you'd expect somebody probably to save it. You'd expect him to try and save that one a bit better. It was a good finish. I'm not taking it away from Embuemo, but God, come on, man. Give us a chance sometimes. But listen, more times than not, Melier will get us out of a hole than he'll make mistakes. But yeah, yeah. I see, Lee. Don't worry, it's fine. We've learnt from our mistakes. Yeah. Yeah, Paul Melier doesn't deserve that garbage in front of him. He's class. Yeah, he is good. He is a good goalkeeper. I'm not taking that away from him. And like I say, he'll save us more times than not. Uh, Harrison shouldn't have gone off. Yeah, let me see if I can get any quotes from the game so far, people. Um, just as I'm doing that, as you know, if you're not subscribed to the channel as well, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, here we go. Got some quotes here. Marsha's reaction. I thought before 1-0 that the game was in control. I don't think it's a penalty. We pushed ourselves to get ourselves back in the game at 3-2, and that's when I felt like it fell apart a bit. We have to be better defensively. Marsh on the end of the window. Okay. It was a very crazy last 48 hours, and certain things got pulled out from under us. We'd been following Nianto's progress for some time. We thought we'd leave him at Zurich for a window or two, but we felt we had to accelerate that decision. No, no doo doo. No doo doo. Marsh aware of criticism, but he thinks Leeds have had a good window. Like I said on the transfer window video, people, I had it at a 5 out of 10, and I'm not changing that. Not changing that at all. If you want to know the reasons why, go and watch that video. Marsh says he's aware that his approach to challenging referees might influence the way they deal with him. Said he'd like discussion to authorities to understand certain issues better. The last three games have frustrated him, and I think that's been telling. That's been telling the way that he's been going on, and he even talked about the referees, like some of the experienced refs have retired, and now there's some newer refs. But the thing is, the older refs were crap as well. They're all rubbish, so it doesn't really matter whether they're young or old. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Let's get in some more of your comments just before we end this. I can't believe we're going 41 minutes for this. Uh, God, 41 minutes on a loss. It's not good. Steely Man, just going back to Melier, he is a good goalkeeper, but makes far too many unforced errors. Already makes the shocking defenders even more edgy. Okay. Uh, 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 Clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet. Well, that would be nice again. Let's hope it's not as long as the last one from Chelsea, because I don't even know the last time we had a clean sheet before that game, and even then we was riding our luck. Michael Pollard saying, "KG Llorente steps up to play the offside because he knows he hasn't got the pace to cover runners. There's your problem." Yeah, yeah. Isaac saying, "KG, my uncle's with me today. I told him you're my therapist. His name is Ahmed." Shout out to Isaac and shout out to Ahmed, man. Thank you so much. uh, Paul saying 41 minutes, but we need therapy. Yeah, we're going through this together. We're going through this together. And the thing is, the overriding thing as well is when everyone is talking about certain players should be playing, certain players should be dropped. The overriding thing there is that we just don't have a good enough squad. That is what you're saying, because it's not like we're all saying one player should come in and that's it. There's various options for different reasons, and they're not all great reasons either, people. So that's where we are. That's why I said 16th. Somebody, I just remember, who was it that said, I can't believe you're predicting 16th when we're currently 7th in the table. It's like, well, there's 5 games gone, my guy. It's 5 games gone. Like, it's a season prediction. But somebody really thought I was doing us a disservice by saying I think we'll do okay and not be in a relegation battle, but 16th. It's crazy. Robert Purnell saying our squad is too small. Robert, I don't think it's small. I just think that the quality isn't there. Our squad, when you look at our squad list, it's actually quite long. It's just that the quality isn't within the numbers. That's why I say there's a big difference between depth and quality in depth. Two completely different things. Oh no, it's not getting that bad. Vavi is saying, "Do we have a recall option on Tyler Roberts?" I hope not. No, we don't. We don't. Uh, John Knox is saying we have 3 options at right back, and none of them are good defensively. One option who is a true left back, and he is garbage. Hey, listen, I can't argue with any of that at this moment in time. P. Morton saying Melier was out there 205 yards from goal without a defender in sight. Yeah, he was. But I would say to that as well is when keepers do that, just look at how many keepers do it and see how many times that ball gets cleared out of play and not to the opposition's team's most dangerous player. That's all I would say. Uh, oh, Lord. Yeah, listen, people. Yeah, man. Listen, John B said it here. Some very informed opinions in the chat. Much respect. Yeah, listen, it's all opinions, though, John. It's all opinions. We all have opinions, and everyone believes that what they think would work compared to somebody else. Then that's all good. Just as long as it's respectful, it's all good, man. Uh, Always pop at this name. Oh, git. Sorry if you think they had more quality than us. Okay. So, Olga, are you saying that you think Brentford didn't have more quality on the day to day? Is that what you're saying? Do you think that we were the better team? Let me know. Yep, Kelvin, we got 1 point in our last three against teams around us. What does that tell you exactly? Exactly. Yeah, and Bamford's missed. Listen, people. Yeah, I think we've gone long enough. If you want to get your comments in as well, please get your comments in on the video after it's finished. You know me, I do love reading those as well. Um, and we'll go again. Let me just see if there's any other additional quotes. Okay. One more quote from Phil Hay just before we leave. From Jesse Marsh, I mean, Phil Hay. Marsh says loaning Dan James to Fulham was a one in, one out scenario. To bring a player in, a player had to go, and James was garnering the most interest. Says he feels for James because he likes it here and wishes him well for the season. Yeah, I mean, listen, the deadline day was an absolute farce, absolute gong show on deadline day. All of it was bad. We can only hope that Neonto will come good for us. But yeah, absolute crazy. Oh, not the Josh Sargent shouts again. Please let that go. Okay, Olgit. Okay, yeah, Olgit saying yes, he thinks that we were better. Hard to play the ref and VAR. Yeah, you know me. If you've been a subscriber to this channel for a long time, you know me. I don't tend to talk about referees and everything else like that because things like that shouldn't affect a whole 90 minutes performance. And listen, overall today, Brentford for me were the better team. When you look at in totality, the difference between them having an Ivan Toney and us having a Patrick Bamford is clear as well. Um, Need to get the ball more to Sinistera for me in future games, not just Jack Harrison, because for whatever reason it just keeps on going out to him and he's getting doubled up. We need to get more shooting from Aronson and other players like that in order to get more goal threat. Because if we're not, this is what I was talking about at the start. If we're not going to have a striker that scores you 15 goals, then the goals need to be spread out amongst the team. And right now we're struggling at this moment in time. You know what I mean? So we need to get better with that. Brindley, Bamford, excellent defender for them, tremendous. Yeah, Gary. Yeah, exactly. We concede five. There's no argument. Brentford were better. No referees' decisions tilted it five. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. It's very rare for me to ever talk about a referee. Very rare. It doesn't happen on here. If you subscribe to me a long time, you'll know that as well. So we just got outclassed in the end. We need to put it right though in the next game. So yeah, we'll see. John B, yeah, bad day at the office. We live to fight another day. And you know what? We'll end on that note. Listen, people, before you all go, hit the like on the video. If you're watching replay, hit the like as well and drop your comments in. Bad day at the office, as John here says. We go again against Forest. Peace out, people, and enjoy the rest of your weekend if you can.